Hello, hello. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I'm Stephanie. Welcome to my sewing room and welcome to Friday, which is a day of chatting. So if you're here for the chat, you're in the right place. And I'm going to talk a little bit about sewing and a little bit about life. I'm usually a happy person, but I'm super mad right now because I just filmed this entire video out of focus. And I'm nervous because, like, am I doing this again? Because it's never as good the second time you film. But I'm going to give it my best shot because I want to tell you some fun things. So so here we go. Take two. Where's that little clapboard? Take two. I'm really in the mood for some fall sewing, and I thought I would just share with you some of my thoughts on that because I don't really have anything new that I've made this week to share with you. I spent a lot of time on my project Dress a Girl, and I made a video. It came out on Wednesday, but so that kind of took a lot of my sewing time, all of it really, and so I don't have anything new to share. However, I have a lot of thinking that I want to run by you about my fall plans because I'm ready to let go of summer and ready to embrace winter and fall. And I want to start with what I'm wearing. This is one of my hoodie hugs, and if you're new to my channel, I made a pattern of my own, I don't know, a few years ago, and I had this thought and idea that I would make all kinds of patterns until I found out how much work went into making a pattern. So these indie patterns that we all love so much, really just so admire them for all the work that they have to put into it, and grateful and happy to pay that price, whatever it is, really, because a lot of time and effort went into making those patterns, I know. But however, this is my hoodie hugs, and I have to say fall and winter is still one of my favorite things to wear. Maybe I'll make a couple of new ones this year on my list. And I do have an Etsy store. It's $5 if you want a copy of my hoodie hugs. Some of my other thoughts. I've just went through my patterns and I kind of just pulled a bunch out that I think I would like to kind of have on my radar. It's not the same as saying, I'm going to make these things this winter. This is my list. It's just things that I'm kind of looking at and considering. And then next step is to kind of look at my fabric and match patterns that I'm looking at to see if I have fabric that I want to use for that. So right now I'm just looking at patterns. And I wanted to share kind of where my head is. What about that? Sound good? First, I want to share some of my T&Ts, tried and true favorites, because those are go-tos when I need something or when I just want something. So I'm just going to start right here. My favorite pants pattern, and one of the things that's my favorite about it is I made it my own. So I have a video on this, and it's so easy to make these pants, and you can kind of just design your own pants from any pants pattern. I put a yoga band on these because that's how I like to wear my pants. I've made this with wide leg and narrow leg. It's just taking that leg and drawing it with a pencil how you want it. And maybe laying a pair of your favorite pants down to see what's your width that you like, right? And one of the things that makes that possible for me to do is that I trace off all my patterns onto pattern paper. I actually bought pattern paper at Waywack in a big roll and hung it up in my sewing room. And before my sewing room, I just had it hanging up in a spare room and just kind of hidden behind a beam. But it's a big roll. It's like $54 or something like that, and it's gonna last my whole life. I'm looking at it and it's like so much still left, and I use it a lot. So that's one avenue, and you could take this big piece of paper, trace the pattern onto it. You could use poster paper. You could use any kind of paper. You could tape together paper. You could use a paper bag. And you could use an old sheet. But I like tracing off my patterns. These tissue pieces don't hold up, and the pattern is still untouched in here. It could be any size because I didn't cut it. I just traced it. So that is, and I have a video on making these pants if you want to see it. But when I need a pair of pants, this is what I'm going to do. So that's New Look 6762. Super easy. Super easy. This is Butterick 6388. I love this pattern. It's got this really cool neckline. It's what I love about it. It's great for a knit. Love this. I've made the dress, I've made the top, and I wear them a lot. And I would make this again in a heartbeat. wear it with leggings, wear it with boots like she did. This is a great pattern. This is my go-to t-shirt. And t-shirts are year-round for me. I wear them all year-round, but this is my go-to. And I also traced this off on paper, and I have it fitted to me perfectly. This has a full bust adjustment in the pattern. Really cool, right? It has a V-neck and a scoop neck and different sleeve lengths. This is a great pattern. This is Butterick 6848. Whenever I need a t-shirt, this is the one I go to. My favorite skirt. I'm actually thinking of doing a sew along for this skirt and maybe even showing you how to make your own pattern if you can't find this one. It's so easy and so beautiful and elegant. This is my go-to for church, for wearing with boots, putting some leggings underneath if it's cold. I love this skirt. And it doesn't have a yoga waistband, but it has kind of like one. So I put my yoga waistband on here, and this skirt is so easy to make. Love it. This is my Sinclair Harper cardigan. Love this, love this, love this. This is great over leggings. Just love it. Wear it with my long skirts. This is a staple in my closet. I have it in a couple of colors. I would make this again in a heartbeat. Both lengths. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 lengths. They're all great. And this dress, I have one that I wear a lot, one that I don't, because I don't love the fabric. But I would make this again in a heartbeat. It's such a cool dress to wear. Such a fun one. I made it with the little ruffle on the sleeve, but I would like all these sleeves, all of them. It's a great dress, and this is McCalls 7969. It, for me, has to be just the right fabric, though. It just has to be. Okay, here's some that I haven't tried, but they're in my stash, and so I thought I would just say things I'm thinking of. I love this blouse. It's very blousey, very gathered up here, almost peasanty, but not quite. It does have a little collar, and it looks great. Now I can't tell if I love this fabric or if I love this pattern, so I definitely want to give it a try on something, but it needs to be drapey. But this would be fun, wouldn't it? Just be a fun pattern. And that's McCalls 7434. Butterick 6855. Nice blouse. It's got a really cool placket, which I love. It's got another little placket up here. It's gathered sleeves here. It's interesting. And I would like to do some more interesting blouses, because it would just be kind of different from all the t-shirts. I wear too many t-shirts. So this would be fun. And then the rest is all jackets. I'm in the jacket mood, and I love jackets. Like, I wear jackets all the time. Different jackets change up the outfit like crazy. So let's start with one I've made, and that's this one. And this is Simplicity 8172. It's a kind of silky top, but it's great. Like, even though it's cold, you wear the leggings and a t-shirt or a top, and then you put this over it for like some glamour and some really nice, and then you put your coat on. You don't always have to be like in this really hot and warm jacket. It could be just something light, and then when you get in wherever you're going, you take off your coat and you got a cute little outfit on, right? I've only made view B, but I'd like to try view A or, oopsie, C. I've only made view C, but I'd like to try the shorter ones and just see, maybe out of some fall colors. Maybe even a little bit heavier fabric would be kind of interesting, because I just think that A is not even gathered. That would be a cool little just slip on, right? So I love that. That's a maybe. This is one that I've had for a long time and want to make. Looks like I've even tried to cut it out before, and I just know that I haven't made this. It's a Mimi G, and it's 8451, and I want this little coat, little jacket. It's got a really cool, big, exaggerated collar and some buttons, and I love this. I love this. And I'm looking at the picture. It does not look lined. I also don't see... Oh yeah, there's some lining. So it is lined. But I would love to make this. I've always wanted to make this. Here's two new that I bought last winter and haven't made. I would love to make this one. It's Butterick 6863. I want her fabric. Can I have her fabric? This would be great. Oh, I love it. Love, love it. It's got a really cool zipper and front pockets, a scoop in the back, and a hoodie. Love it. So that would be fun. And this one. It's kind of like the Mimi G, but not. But it has this cool thing you can't really see in the pattern, but it has these fabric pieces like this that are part of this pattern, front and back. And I think I would like to try that and maybe even explore some different prints together. Wouldn't that be fun? So this one is on my radar, just as a thought. As much as I say these are on my radar, I'm easily swayed. I love following a bunch of sewists on Instagram, and I get like waylaid. Like I'm like, oh, I was gonna do this, but now I see that. Oop, rabbit, gotta go follow it. So one of those I saw last winter was Diana, and she does a lot of patterns for Ellie and Mac, and she made this, the Connie Shacket. So that's a combination between shirt and jacket. No, it's not a curse word. Shacket. Isn't that awesome? This pattern is my go-to this year. I want this next. I want to make this next. And it's a challenge for me because I'm looking at it and it's got cuffs, it's got a collar, it's got a placket with buttons and buttonholes. All things that I'm like, I only do easy, you guys. You know that. If you follow me, I do easy. But I want this shacket, and I want it the way I want it. I want it just like Diana's. She said she bought her fabric at Joann's, and I went immediately and bought the same fabric. So I've had this since sometime last winter, and I immediately regretted it, and I thought, this isn't me. I wouldn't wear these colors. I don't want this, but I do. I do. Diana is so cute. Everything she wears is adorable. Why wouldn't I want to have this shacket? So I have the fabric. I need to make it. And so I want to make the Connie. I've already printed the pieces and I'm going to tape them together and I'm going to give it a try. You know, I don't know why I avoid the hard sewing. I've done things that are hard. And I want to say that I think the hardest thing I ever made was my dress form. It's by Bootstrap and it's so awesome. It's like one of my favorite things I've ever made. I've got a video talking about it and I've got a video sewing it. I made all kinds of mistakes, still came out with a great dress form, and I just love it. And it's in my sewing room all the time. I use it. It's cute and practical. She's almost always got a dress on. So you see her when I'm standing in my little alcove shoot, you can see her, but I use it for tissue pinning. I use it to try things on. I use it to hold things up. I use it to kind of get a feeling about how things are going to be. I love to put my clothes on it and do some pinning. You know, since I made that dress form, I've been a bunch of different sizes, but I have never changed the dress form. It's still my body. It's like a big pillow shaped in my shape. So even if you go up and down in size, your shape stays the same. And that dress form has been amazing, practical and beautiful. And frankly, if I can make that dress form, I can make a Connie Shacket. So I just need to put myself into the mode of I can do it. Right? So that's on my to-do. And I don't know if I'll barrel through and just get it done or if I will kind of just have it in the background always working on. That's not my style, but if I get frustrated, I can put things away and come back to it. Maybe make a couple of these t-shirts and come back, right? It's got a scoop back longer version, which is the one Diana did, and I love that. Maybe we'll make that that's my first choice, but then I see the straight across and I'm like, that's a little more my style. You know, just a little more, since this is so bold and bright, I might want to make it a little more conservative, which would be the straight. And so, jury's out on that one. It doesn't have a belt. I don't like belted anything, so, Connie Shacket. Yes, I'm ready for winter and fall and winter sewing. And it was cool here all week, so it's kind of like in my mood. I'm in that mood, you know, looking to be warm. We actually turned our heater on already once. It got so cold. And it's not freezing cold here, but we're in a mild climate. So to have it be chilly in September is kind of like, here's a sign of things coming. But we've got a heat wave coming next week, so it's not like I have to pull out my coat and start wearing it yet. No, we're not there. But I am excited about this fall and winter sewing, and I'm watching my Instagram to see what other people are making and kind of get more ideas. Since this is just my radar, not my plan, you never know where this can take me, what I'm going to make next. And definitely might want to do some more fabric shopping, although I've got plenty. I need to use up. Plenty to work with. So that's my thoughts. What do you think? Maybe another hoodie, hugs, a couple of t-shirts, a couple of pairs of pants, and a shacket. I'm ready to go. That's a winter. That's a lot of clothes, you guys. So I just kind of need to look at my closet and see what I wear the most and what are things I am looking for. Like, what's the hole? I think the shacket is going to fill a hole of an extra jacket because I have a few that I don't love anymore and I want to retire and just not have. So something needs to take its place. And usually that happens out of comfort. If I'm not comfortable and I don't wear it, then it needs to get out of my closet. That's what it comes down to. I'm in the comfort zone of my life. That's where I'm at. Nothing tight, nothing itchy. These are the things. So that's it. That's what I got. I'm loving fall. I'm loving the fall. The leaves are falling, and I have this cute little golf cart road that we put in this summer, and it's starting to have leaves on it instead of just plain dirt. Oh my gosh, we had the kids yesterday, our grandkids, and we just mostly went on the golf cart all day, around and around and around. It was so fun. There got to be a point where they decided my grandson jumped off and started chasing the golf cart. And he's just like covered in dust. And then my granddaughter said, well, I've got to do that too. So they took turns, and they were so tired by the time we took them home and filthy, covered with dirt. And I just thought, how fun to be a kid and just play in the dirt and not care that you're getting dirty, because I hate getting dirty. But, you know, we were all kids once, right? Doing the fun things. And I'm looking forward to fall and winter for clothing, for being warm and cozy. But I don't want to give up summer activities like being outside in the garden and the greenhouse and just sitting in outside. It's so nice to sit outside right now because it's not hot or not cold. And so as soon as winter hits, I'll be waiting for it to warm up again. I don't know. Maybe I need to go see the snow as soon as it hits up in the mountains. We don't get snow here once in a while. And so it's a big deal. Other than that, I got nothing. We're just having a quiet weekend. I hope you're having a nice weekend. And if you've got any fall or winter sewing plans or things you want to recommend to the rest of us, put them in the comments. And everybody go look at the comments and get some ideas. We'll all go start looking at your patterns and seeing what you're coming up with and any favorite fabrics that you're going to be looking for, and just let us know. We're all looking, right? It's fall. We're ready. We're all ready to go. So thank you so much for stopping by and watching my channel. I so appreciate it. I do love visiting with you in the comments, so let's do it. Let's do it there. And I will see you next time. Bye now.